Well, hello. Welcome to the third quarter of 2018 update. Not a lot to tell you. Markets actually were up pretty good, 4% in August. September did fairly well too. It was up a percent or two, but the year before that was a little bit flat, so we got a little performance. And then here comes the month of October. As I do this, obviously, we just had some market correction, which I've been expecting. I've been saying look for it, and maybe we're getting that. It's down a bit, but that's a good thing. I'm not going to react to it. We don't want to react to it. We're in the right things. We're going to see some erosion in our values, but that's okay. It's temporary. It's not anything permanent. If things are really good, as I told you last quarter, business environment is fantastic. But let's put that aside for a minute. Let me talk about what concerns me. What concerns me is the Fed raising interest rates, the fact that we just hit the longest bull market cycle in history in August. 9 years and some odd months. It's never been that long. All of that points to, and all of those things point to the end of a cycle. Now, we are going to come to the end of this good cycle, and we're going to have a recession because it's inevitable. And that always seems to happen when the Fed raises interest rates and they go too far, too fast. This latest in a quarter point raise that they did, I think they need to slow it down because they are causing a ripple in markets, which is why markets are upset right now here in October. Interest rates have gone up pretty significantly. Now, you might say going from 3% to 3.2, that's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It's a big move in a short period of time, and it jitters the markets. That's got me concerned, and I am looking forward to that. Secondly, until our politicians get serious, which they're not, about our finances of our government, I'm going to always be concerned, and they seem to be getting worse. We had the tax cut, great thing for business. Most said that that would cause a revenue decline for the government, but it didn't. Actually, revenues, according to the Congressional Budget Office, are up 4.6%. So we're going to have more revenue than we've ever had in the history of the United States, even after a tax cut. That shows the power of the economic engine that's running. But here's the real problem, is that the government is spending an 8% increase over last year, which adds to the deficits and adds to debt. We're running about a $22 billion, trillion debt right now. That's got to stop. Now, we're not going to become Greece overnight. I'm not expecting that. It's going to take several years for that to occur, but it is going to occur unless these politicians get serious about doing something, which I don't see. Now, how does that affect our investments? 29% of gains in a bull market come literally in the last year or two of a bull market. I believe that that's where we are. If you look at 1969 is almost a mirror image of what we're having going on right now. 1970s recession was very, very light and slight, and so nobody really remembers it. But then we had the debacle in 73, 74, where we had the Arab oil embargo, and we had a deep recession. That could be what we're facing, but I'm not pulling you out of the market based on that might happen. I'm going to stay invested right now. I think that's the most prudent thing to do. And I'm going to keep my eyes open for these trends that I watch to see, when a recession. We've had a tremendous run the last few years. Even if we have to give a little bit of that up, we can do that. We'll be better off than getting out and missing what's going on. So I will come back to you at the end of next quarter, and we'll talk about end of the year, what happened. And hope you have a great holiday season. Look forward to talking to you.